the collective I and the collective we. Today, as the collective we brace and wait for the impact of Hurricane Milton to hit and blast its way across wherever it chooses to go in Florida. We, I, and all of those who have connections in any way with Florida through their lifetime have their thoughts there, their prayers, their memories. The collective I, the collective we, did the same thing not very long ago with Hurricane Helena as it made its way through Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina. And the collective I and we had the prayers and the tears and the joy of knowing their friends and loved ones were safe, and the despair of those who were lost and what was lost. The collective we has incredible power. And that incredible power is experienced and acknowledged and seen and through the natural elements of this great Mother Earth. The earth itself, the wind, the water, the fire, and the ether, the breath. The breath of the earth pulsing and breathing, and the breath of all inhabitants. The collective we, as I sit next to this peaceful little stream, we, I, are responsible for this. We, I, are responsible for all of these natural so-called disasters, or so should I say, so-called natural disasters. We create the fires. We create the storms. We create the havoc. Because we have lost the connection to the great universal laws. Not the man-made laws, but the universal laws that we are all praying to, and the divine source that we are all praying to, that our loved ones, the land, the people, the possessions of Florida, of North Carolina, Tennessee, you name it, and wherever will be next on this planet. We pray to that we do not know, we cannot see, we cannot touch, to have divine mercy and protection. Yet it is the collective we that has ignored exactly that to get us to this place. Over time, through years and years and years, I come from a generation that protested the Vietnam War, that held Woodstock, and 500,000 people, young people, sat and listened to incredible music, said prayers, protection, love, to stop the insanity of what was going on, but didn't have enough consciousness to hold it. in this Live Aid was to stop the famine or help the famine in Africa in '85. Incredible musicians once again from across the world came together, and 1.5 billion people listened and felt the collectiveness of when Freddie Mercury and Queen sang, "We are the champions of the world." Did it listen? Did it stick? Hell no. Because after that, it just walked away and we do our lives. The collective we separately, collectively doing it. Ignoring the very passion that comes up when we know that something is so pure, so deep within the human psyche and human heart and human soul, that the only place we have to go is way into the unseen, the power. I post many things and very, very few people see it, acknowledge it, or even want to know anything about it, whatever the topic is. I have learned I don't care anymore. I will post, I will say. In the week coming up to where we are now, I have said a lot of things out of a lot of words. I do a lot of research. I question. And all of these natural disasters, the fires, the rains, the storms, the floods that hit anywhere in this world, they are being used for the natural resources, but they did not start, or they were not instigated, or they were not enhanced by nothing. They are not natural. There is something else at play, and it is the elements and the darkness and the inconsiderateness of the wealth, the uncaring, the power of whoever, and I don't have names. I could name a few, but it's way not the big list. We ignore all of these things because we don't want to know. The collective we would never do that. We would never hurt our people. BS. In 2011, 13 years ago, I did an ayahuasca journey. I have never, ever forgotten it. The first part of it was I was hearing these voices, these male metallic voices in my head saying, "We own you, you're ours. We own you, you're ours." Went on and on and on. For hours. There'd be breaks. And then when I thought I got rid of it, it came back. Until I got so scared, so angry, so deep into whatever was holding, or whatever my power was. And I, from a paralyzed state, I bolted, sat up, and I yelled, "No, I am more powerful than you. You do not own me." And then collapsed out of exhaustion and went back to sleep. And then it was a while later, I don't know how long, but I was in this place for hours. The tears came and I started crying. And Satya, the facilitator, she came up and she held my hand, and the tears came stronger. And she held me. And they came in floods. And they went on and on and on and on. And she held me the tighter. The longer it went on, the tighter she held me. And I cried. And then at some point, there was this whisper in my ear. You are not crying for yourself. You are crying for humanity. For what you know of humanity. What has been and what will be. And she held me longer, and I cried deeper and deeper and deeper. I have never forgotten that. And it is from that, those two things, the voice in my head saying, I own you, we own you, and the tears for the depth of humanity's pain. That are the seeds of why I speak out. Of why all that is left at the moment for my family and friends and strangers in Florida are the source of universal divine power to say help and hold us and stop the insanity. For the people everywhere. Where will it be next? What continent? It's not just here, it is everywhere. We are all responsible, and there's a mighty, mighty Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, holds us. But is also used as the instrument of the destruction that can be caused by our ignorance. May the light, the beacons of our inner strength come forth every single moment. May our compassion and our empathy grow for ourselves and for the other, and for the collective, the strangers, people who don't believe what we believe, who don't see what we see, who don't live the way we live, or I live, or anything. We are all in this together, and if we can't unite, love ignites unity. And we are connected by the length of the threads that connect us. Everywhere. May it be so.